Hey readers, welcome to Response to Reading. This week we are going to be focusing on the book Be Water, My Friend, The Early Years of Bruce Lee by Ken Mochizuki. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be thinking about Bruce Lee and kind of the character traits that we could use to describe him. He changes a little bit throughout the story as he starts to realize some of the lessons that he's been taught and kind of learn from them. So I want to kind of show you, sorry, I got to find the link. There we go. You want to think of Bruce Lee. So we're going to think of him near the end. So I have put a copy of the book in here if you want to revisit that. Also, you can revisit the last couple of pages of the book, and if you want to listen to me read them aloud, that's available for you as well. Revisit the last couple of pages, but definitely look at this last page where it kind of goes over the last parts of his life before he passes away and after the end of the book. So I want you to look at those things, and then I want you to really think about what character traits Bruce Lee has. So what character traits would you use to describe him? So if you need help thinking of some character traits for Bruce Lee, I have attached a list to the assignment here. So Bruce Lee might be a lot of different things. So there's probably going to be 5 to 6 character traits that you can come up with. And what you're going to do when you think of those, or as you're thinking of those, is you're going to make a copy of this assignment down here. And it's going to bring you to an assignment that looks like this. So with this, you are going to, on day 1, think of character traits of Bruce Lee. So what characteristics does Bruce Lee have that you admire or like? So Bruce Lee might have characteristics that you don't like or that you're not a fan of, and that's okay. There are definitely some things that he had to work on in his life, but I want you to think of some character traits that you kind of admire about Bruce Lee. And you are going to highlight this and then type one trait in here. And then when you hit enter, it'll bring a new bullet point, and then type in the next trait. So you're going to come up with a list of like 5 to 6 traits at least. So at least 5 to 6 traits. And once you've done that, then you're going to be finished with day 1. So day 1 is looking back at the book, looking back at kind of the traits that describe Bruce Lee, maybe pulling from this list here on the assignment, and then putting them on your response to reading. All right, so day 1 is only going to be this page. All right, so once you finish this page, you are done with day 1, and if you have any extra time, you can read to self.